What's up, you guys? Awan Groundwalker here. Wanted to film a quick video because I just finished a really cool project that I wanted to share with you guys. This is my first in many years commissioned diorama. And so I just wanted to kind of showcase everything about it, how it's built, how it was assembled, how I kind of did everything, and then the accessories. So yeah, let's get started. First of all, I obviously took a break from the hobby for close to 4 to 6 years, somewhere in that time frame. Maybe it was even a little bit less than that. And then upon coming back, I started shooting photos and kind of said that I was working on some art stuff. I'm making life-size props, and then I started my prop packs. If you guys don't know, you can check out my Instagram, which is linked in the description below, but also my last YouTube video, my shooting figures episode. I believe I highlight them a little bit, and I'm going to make a separate video highlighting the prop packs soon that will be highlighting everything everything coming, because I have a couple ideas. And so I just anyway, I was making those prop packs and I got hit up by the same guy I made the last commission diorama for. If you don't remember that diorama, it is on my YouTube channel, but the photo will probably be popping up. I was not necessarily that proud of that diorama. It was still when I was kind of honing my skills. I was very far off from where I am now and kind of still learning. And so anyway, it was the same guy, and he asked for a commission diorama, and I was kind of hesitant to take it because I am really busy. I don't really have a lot of space in my current setup, but I decided that I would take it when the time was right. And I had some time and I finally finished it. So here it is to show off. I do think this is quite a bit better than my last one that I made, so let's get started. So first of all, it's magnetized, okay? 2 walls and a floor. So you can kind of see this is the space it takes up, okay? Pretty minimal, but there are a lot of like greeblies and things that stick up, so it's not completely flush, but it's pretty close. And so let's get started. Sorry, I'm gonna walk around the camera here. We're outside my apartment right now. I'm gonna lift these walls, okay? So, yeah, no, this is good. It's a good way to set it up. So it's magnetized, okay? So it'll just snap fit right in here. Check that out. I'm using way stronger magnets than I have before, so that really helps. Next wall, again magnetized, so it just snaps right into place here. There you go. And let's push this down. Perfect. So there you have it. That's the initial build. Let me move the camera back even more, if that's even possible, to kind of highlight all of these details for you guys. So there's a couple other things that I'm including with the diorama that are 3D printed accessories to just build out the scene a little bit for him, that I'm adding. So these propane tanks, which we're gonna put in here, and then this barrel and pallet. This is kind of just the way I've been setting up for photos, so don't mind me. Propane tank here, this pipe that can go anywhere in the diorama you want it to. This like rusty pipe, I like it to go under here, and I'll explain why in a second when I give the tour. These tires, I just typically put these over here. And then this, which I'm very excited about, I've never done before. This is a functional light for the diorama. The way it works is you just unscrew it a little bit and it stops being on. You screw it in, it turns on, sorry. There you go. And then anytime you need to replace the batteries, you just unscrew it all the way. Pretty simple. This just ports in right above the door. There you go. And that's it. This is the diorama, guys. So it's kind of hard to see how much light this is putting off with the kind of overcast, morning overcast right now. But I will unlock it from the tripod so you guys can kind of get a better idea. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay. So first you have this brick wall here. Okay, this is something that I don't know. That's peculiar. So we're gonna cut real quick. There we go. Okay, this is something that I am really proud of. I think I'll give some more photos on Instagram of it really in the daylight so you can really see how that brickwork looks, but I'm really proud of my work here. You'll see kind of examples of my past brickwork coming up, but it looks nothing even comparable to this. This is the first diorama I've ever made, and brickwork and things like that I actually think could exist in the real world that I'm proud of. So this is really cool to me. I'm really happy to have something that I'm like proud of like this. So you can see there's like CCTV banners, there's wire that goes up from the switches here. Obviously the window's frosted, there's a window above and below. More signs of like the warehouse, the bay that's coming in, here's the garage door. See, it's rusted right there. And then if you look closely, these are just details that I, included. For realism, you will see some like water stains, and that's just because obviously I imagine it being wet outside and people coming in and out. There's going to be water stains here, and then there's water stains by the pipe. But if you don't want the pipe there, the story still works, because what's above it? An AC unit, right? That's why you see these water stains on the wall as well. And even if you look on this wall coming down, because AC units tend to leak, and it's a perpetual leak, which is why... That was weird. Anyway, it kind of makes sense for it to be there. Okay, so that's a cool little detail. Come over here, we have this metal, corrugated like metal wall, right? So there's lots of different things on here, a lot of little details. We start with, obviously there's bits of silver and rust that are coming out from under the metal. I used a chipping effect to get that for the silver and then layered over the rust. You have this wire that comes down with this electrical box, these signs that say, restricted personnel only. You have the light here, the switch, the door that's rusty and kind of exposed silver, and then you just have moss, I forgot to mention, at little corners. And guess what? A little bit of that dirty kind of water that is coming out. It's stained. You also have this stain here. Shout out Alex, he convinced me to do this. It's like an oil stain, because obviously this is kind of like a warehouse, so things spill, just to add a little bit more realism to the diorama. So yeah, super simple. Everything comes apart very easy, assembles very easy. I'm really excited. I'm gonna spend the weekend shooting this myself, essentially, and just giving it its opportunity to shine, which I'm really looking forward to. Shooting it with some figures, some Mezco, some Marvel Legends, kind of, having my fun with it, and then hopefully I will be shipping it out to its new owner. And yeah, I'm super happy with this. I will probably not be taking any more commissions for right now. Main reason why is this took a little bit too long. This was about a 2-week process on and off. And the problem right now is I live in a very small apartment, and so I had to use my living room, and I have 2 roommates to build all this and put out like newspaper for painting and things like that. And it just took way too long in terms of completing it. And so it was a little bit too much, to be quite honest, of roommates coming in, they couldn't even eat dinner on the table for 2 weeks. It was a lot of work, and for what I make my job right now, I just don't think it's worth it to take a project like this again for some time that took me this long, or unless I have my own like office space and I can just leave the project up for a while and not stress, or I can finish it in one weekend. It just wasn't the case. A little bit too busy with things for that to happen, but either way, I'm so proud of it. It's my best work to date. Something that I actually look at and can make, that could exist in real life, which is exciting. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm probably going to include some photos of it at the end, and then if you want to see even more photos of it that I haven't already taken, I've only taken some photos with like very, very limited time I have, so this weekend will be much better photos when I have more time. So if you want to see those, check out my Instagram, link in the description below, and contact me for, obviously, you can always ask me for commission, but it probably won't happen for a diorama, and be on the lookout for the prop packs, because things like this are included in the prop packs. Anyway, thank you so much. Okay guys, here's the dio out in the daylight. I just wanted to highlight a couple details I don't think the camera quite picked up. Just some little things that I did to give it a touch of realism. So you'll see, we'll start with the concrete ground here. You'll see this big kind of stain in the middle. That was intentional to simulate like an oil spill. Obviously with a garage door like this, you can tell that, there's definitely trucks or they're moving packages, things like that. It doesn't even have to be oil. It could be, a mysterious liquid, but just kind of something to add a little realism. And when you're down here, you kind of hardly know it when you're shooting, but it's just a little something to give it a touch up. I'm gonna move it around the side here so you can take a look at the brickwork and such without my shadow in it. But I'm really proud of this brickwork. If you watch any of my old YouTube videos, you'll see my brickwork is nowhere near this level of quality, both in size, color, grout, weathering, kind of everything. I'm really, really happy with how this came out. I really wouldn't change anything besides just a tiny bit more consistent line work, but it's exactly kind of where I would have wanted it to be, and really cool to experiment with that. Obviously you see like some silver chipping and rust on these parts, all the signs I really like. I included wires in this style, which I haven't done before, which was really fun, and all these little 3D printed greeblies and windows and such, and then just some other subtle paintwork. Obviously, before I talk about the last paintwork, actually I'll talk about the paintwork first. You'll see kind of these areas where it's like a little bit darker. Here, these 2 areas, and then here as well as that green moss. I applied a gloss coat to these areas to simulate like somewhat fresh stain of like rain or water under obviously the truck bed, because you know, again, cars are constantly moving under there. It could be raining outside, just a little something to give it a little edge. The same thing with this door here, which I don't know how well you can see, but it's right at the foot of this too. Same thing with the grass, obviously that water, outdoor environment's gonna be sprouting that up a little bit. And then it's heavy here. It's heavy here because there's an AC unit right here. And so I did all of this weathering both on this wall here, which you see kind of coming down, as well as this wall here, showing all of the kind of like condensation coming off the AC unit that you can see here. I need to mix a hot glue that before I ship it out. But anyway, yeah, so just a little detail to kind of give it a little bit more life and make it feel realistic. And obviously, lastly, we have this workable light that I made that you just kind of can port in, LED, battery operated, which is great. Super happy with that. So yeah, this is just kind of the final details I just wanted to go over with you guys so you can see the Dio in all its glory in the sunlight, because I think sunlight really, and outdoor light really like makes a lot of the details pop. And so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update there.